If you're over 45, your leg strength is key to staying active and independent. But did you know some fruits in your kitchen could be silently harming your muscles? Research from 2025, including studies from the NIH, shows that certain fruits can spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and speed up muscle loss, especially in your legs. This can lead to weaker thighs, softer calves, and even balance issues, raising your risk of falls by up to 280%. In this audio guide, we'll share the 7 worst fruits for leg strength, tailored for adults aged 45 to 50 who want to stay strong and mobile. Stick with us to learn which fruits to avoid and smarter choices to keep your legs powerful. Let's dive in. Number 7 on our list of fruits to be mindful of after 45 for strong legs is watermelon. Now, I know what you might be thinking, watermelon is so refreshing, especially on a hot day. And it's true, it's packed with water and can feel very hydrating. However, for those of us aiming to keep our legs strong and energetic as we age, watermelon presents a bit of a challenge. The main culprit is its high glycemic index, which sits around 80. To put that into perspective, that's about the same as eating white bread. This high GI means that the natural sugars in watermelon are absorbed quickly into your bloodstream, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. For aging adults, this sudden surge of sugar can create an insulin roller coaster. Your body releases insulin to deal with the sugar spike, and then your blood sugar can drop just as quickly. This up and down can actually deprive your leg muscles of a steady and consistent supply of energy. Think of it like trying to run a marathon with only short bursts of fuel. You'll likely feel fatigued and weak pretty quickly. But the story doesn't end there. Watermelon is also quite high in fructose, a type of sugar, and relatively low in essential muscle-supporting nutrients like magnesium and protein. This combination can potentially worsen inflammation in the body, which is something many individuals over 45 already need to manage. This can be particularly concerning if you have fatty liver, a condition that becomes more common as we age. Interestingly, a study published in the journal Nutrients back in 2019 actually looked at the connection between high fructose fruits like watermelon and physical function in older adults. The findings suggested a link between consuming these types of fruits and slower walking speeds, as well as weaker grip strength. While more research is always ongoing, this study provides another piece of the puzzle when considering the impact of watermelon on leg strength as we get older. So, what should you do if you enjoy watermelon? The key here isn't necessarily to banish it from your diet completely, but rather to be mindful of your portion sizes. If you do indulge, stick to a small amount, perhaps just a cube or 2. To help mitigate that blood sugar spike, try pairing it with a source of protein, like a dollop of Greek yogurt. The protein will help slow down the absorption of the sugar. Even better for those prioritizing strong legs are fruits naturally lower in sugar, such as berries. Think of blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These offer wonderful flavor and antioxidants without the same rapid impact on your blood sugar. Choosing these more often can be a positive step towards maintaining your strength and energy as you navigate life after 45. Now, let's talk about number 6 on our list, fruit juices, and yes, that even includes those labeled 100% natural. You might think a glass of orange juice or apple juice in the morning is a healthy way to start your day, full of vitamins. But here's the crucial detail that often gets overlooked: fiber. When you juice a fruit, you strip away most of its natural fiber. What you're left with is essentially a concentrated dose of sugar. For those of us over 45, our bodies become less efficient at handling these rapid sugar surges. When you drink fruit juice, your blood sugar spikes quickly, just as it would from a sugary soda. This rapid increase can lead to a cascade of issues over time, including insulin resistance, where your body's cells become less responsive to insulin. This in turn can fuel inflammation throughout your body, and critically for our topic today, contribute to muscle breakdown in your legs. Consider a compelling 2021 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. It found that individuals over 50 who regularly consumed fruit juice experienced a 21% faster rate of leg muscle loss compared to those who primarily ate whole fruits. That's a significant difference. It highlights how easily liquid calories and sugars can sabotage your efforts to maintain strength. Beyond muscle health, this liquid sugar can also contribute to an increase in belly fat. Excess belly fat isn't just an aesthetic concern, it places additional strain on your major leg muscles like your quadriceps and glutes. This extra burden can make everyday movements more challenging and potentially accelerate wear and tear on your joints. What to do? The simplest and most effective advice here is to skip all juices, even the ones you painstakingly make at home. Instead, prioritize eating whole fruits. When you consume a whole apple, for example, you get all the beneficial fiber, which acts as a natural buffer, slowing down sugar absorption and preventing those detrimental blood sugar spikes. If you're craving a refreshing drink, opt for infused water. Adding slices of lemon, cucumber, or a few berries to your water can provide a burst of flavor without any added sugar. It's a simple swap that can make a big difference in supporting your leg strength and overall health as you get older. Moving on to number 5, we have a seemingly innocent item that can be a real hidden culprit for your leg health: canned fruit in syrup. Think about those canned peaches, pears, or fruit cocktail. They might seem convenient and even somewhat healthy, but when you look closely at the ingredients, you'll almost always find them swimming in high-fructose corn syrup or other refined sugars. This isn't just a little extra sweetness, it's a significant amount of concentrated sugar that your body, especially after 45, struggles to process efficiently. When you consume these sugary syrups, it leads to a rapid spike in your insulin levels. And beyond the immediate blood sugar roller coaster, this consistent intake of refined sugars can trigger widespread inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation isn't just uncomfortable, it can directly impact your joints and muscles, making them stiffer and more prone to pain. A particularly eye-opening study from Nutrients in 2020 highlighted this very issue. It found that older adults who consumed canned fruit just twice a week had a staggering 38% higher risk of experiencing mobility issues. This increased risk was directly linked to the inflammation and muscle damage caused by the sugary syrups. It's a stark reminder that what seems like a quick and easy option can have long-term consequences for your ability to move freely and maintain strong legs. Furthermore, the process of canning in syrup often strips away many of the vital nutrients that whole, fresh fruits naturally contain. We're talking about essential elements like vitamin C, which is crucial for collagen production and joint health, and potassium, which plays a key role in muscle function. So, not only are you getting a hefty dose of sugar, but you're also missing out on the very nutrients that could be supporting your leg strength and overall vitality. This leaves your legs weaker and your joints feeling stiffer, hindering your mobility as you age. What to do? The solution here is straightforward. Always choose fresh or frozen fruits with no added sugar. Fresh fruits offer all their natural goodness, including the fiber that helps regulate sugar absorption. Frozen fruits are an excellent alternative. They are picked at their peak ripeness and flash frozen, locking in their nutrients without any added syrups or sugars. When you're at the grocery store, make it a habit to check the labels on any canned or packaged fruit. Make sure the only ingredient listed is the fruit itself, with no added sugars, syrups, or artificial sweeteners. It's a simple swap that can make a profound difference in protecting your leg health and supporting your active lifestyle after 45. Now, let's turn our attention to number 4, raisins. These small, shriveled grapes are often promoted as a convenient and healthy snack, a go-to for lunchboxes and trail mix. But for maintaining strong legs after 45, they can be a surprising pitfall. The primary issue with raisins is their concentrated sugar content. Because they are dried, the natural sugars from the grapes are packed into a much smaller, denser form. When you consume raisins, this concentrated sugar can lead to a rapid and significant spike in your blood glucose levels. For aging muscles, these frequent sugar surges are problematic. They can contribute to damage at a cellular level, potentially affecting muscle tissue and the collagen that provides structure and support to your entire leg system, from muscles to tendons and ligaments. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology provided some interesting insights into this. While specific studies directly linking raisins to leg strength are still emerging, the broader research on frequent blood sugar spikes consistently points to a correlation with weaker leg strength and slower walking speeds in adults over 50. It's about the cumulative effect of these sugar bombs on your body's ability to maintain muscle integrity and function. But there's another, more insidious factor at play with raisins: advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These are harmful compounds that form when sugars react with proteins or fats in your body, a process that is accelerated by high blood sugar levels. Raisins, being a dried and naturally sugary food, can contain higher levels of certain ages. When ages accumulate in your body, they can cause a process called cross-linking in your connective tissues. Imagine the elastic bands in your knees and hips becoming stiff and rigid, losing their flexibility. That's essentially what ages do. This stiffening of connective tissues directly impacts the flexibility of your knees and hips, making movements more difficult and significantly increasing your risk of falls. What to do? Instead of reaching for a handful of raisins, make a conscious swap to fresh apples or blueberries. These whole fruits still offer natural sugars, but critically, they come with their fiber intact, which helps to slow down sugar absorption and prevent those sharp blood sugar spikes. For an even better blood sugar balance and added support for leg strength, try pairing your fresh fruit with a source of protein and healthy fats, like a small spoonful of almond butter. This combination provides sustained energy and helps keep your muscles well nourished, ensuring your legs stay strong and stable for years to come. Alright, let's dive into number 3 on our list, pineapple. Now, pineapple is a vibrant, tropical fruit, known for its sweet and tangy flavor. It's often associated with a healthy lifestyle due to its vitamin C content and bromelain, an enzyme with anti-inflammatory properties. However, when it comes to maintaining strong legs after 45, pineapple presents a few considerations, primarily due to its sugar profile. The main concern with pineapple is its relatively high fructose content. While all fruits contain fructose, the amount in pineapple can be significant, especially in larger portions. When your body, particularly your liver, is faced with an overload of fructose, it can struggle to process it efficiently. This can lead to a few issues. Firstly, it can contribute to the buildup of fat in the liver, a condition known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is becoming increasingly common. Secondly, this can also pave the way for insulin resistance, where your body's cells become less responsive to insulin. When your cells are resistant to insulin, it means your leg muscles, which are major consumers of glucose for energy, aren't getting the steady supply of nutrients they need to function optimally and stay strong. They can essentially be starved of the energy they require. This connection between high fructose diets and lower body strength is supported by research. A study published in Diabetes Care found a compelling link. High fructose diets were shown to double the risk of lower body frailty in aging adults. This suggests that a consistent intake of fruits high in fructose, like pineapple in large quantities, could contribute to a decline in the strength and stability of your legs as you age. Furthermore, pineapple has a glycemic index, GI, of around 60. While not as high as watermelon or pure juice, a GI of 60 still means that the sugars in pineapple are absorbed relatively quickly into your bloodstream, causing a noticeable sugar spike. These rapid spikes and subsequent drops in blood sugar can leave you feeling tired, sluggish, and even unsteady, especially if you're experiencing a sugar crash. This unsteadiness can be particularly concerning for older adults, increasing the risk of falls. What to do? If you enjoy tropical flavors, consider papaya as an excellent alternative. Papaya is naturally lower in sugar and significantly higher in beneficial fiber compared to pineapple. The higher fiber content in papaya helps to slow down the absorption of its natural sugars, preventing those sharp blood sugar spikes. Additionally, papaya contains enzymes and antioxidants that can actually help reduce inflammation in the body, making it a more supportive choice for overall joint and muscle health in your legs. Making this simple swap can contribute positively to reducing inflammation and keeping your legs strong and stable as you age. And for number 2 on our list of fruits to be wary of for strong legs after 45, we have overripe mango. Mangoes are undeniably delicious, often called the king of fruits in many parts of the world. They're rich in vitamins and antioxidants. However, when a mango becomes overripe, its sugar content skyrockets. A single cup of overripe mango can pack over 45 grams of sugar, that's even more than a can of soda. This sudden sugar rush when you consume an overripe mango triggers a process in your body called glycation. As we discussed earlier with ages, glycation is essentially when excess sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body. This reaction is particularly detrimental to collagen, the most abundant protein in your connective tissues. When collagen undergoes glycation, it hardens and loses its elasticity. Imagine the crucial collagen in your joints, tendons, and ligaments becoming stiff and brittle instead of flexible and resilient. This directly impacts your joint health and, consequently, the strength and stability of your legs. The impact extends directly to your leg muscles as well. A concerning 2021 study published in Frontiers in Endocrinology revealed that diets high in fructose, like what you find in overripe mangoes, could lead to a significant drop in leg muscle density in aging adults, as much as a 32% decrease in just a few weeks. This underscores how quickly excessive sugar can compromise your muscle mass and strength, making everyday movements harder and increasing your vulnerability to weakness and falls. The riper the mango, the more pronounced this sugar spike will be. As mangoes mature, the complex carbohydrates break down into simpler sugars, making them sweeter but also accelerating their impact on your blood sugar. What to do if you are a mango lover and simply can't give it up? The key is to be selective about its ripeness and how you consume it. Opt for a mango that is slightly underripe, it will be less sweet, but also significantly lower in rapidly absorbed sugars. To further mitigate the sugar absorption, pair your mango with foods rich in healthy fats and fiber. For example, a small portion of slightly underripe mango enjoyed with a handful of walnuts or a sprinkle of flax seeds can help slow down the sugar release into your bloodstream. The fats and fiber act as buffers, providing a more gradual and sustained energy release, which is far better for maintaining muscle function and avoiding those detrimental sugar spikes. Otherwise, for the sake of your leg strength, it's often better to skip overripe mangoes and choose other, more leg-friendly fruit options. Here we are, at number 1 on our list of fruits to be mindful of for maintaining strong legs after 45, bananas. Bananas are a staple in many diets, praised for being a convenient, quick energy source. They're soft, sweet, and often recommended for a potassium boost. However, for adults over 45, especially those focused on preserving leg strength, bananas, particularly ripe ones, come with some significant caveats. The primary concern with bananas is their high glycemic load, which means they cause a rapid and substantial spike in blood sugar. This effect is even more pronounced in very ripe bananas, as their starches convert to simple sugars. This sudden influx of sugar can be a major stressor for your muscles. While muscles need glucose for energy, an extreme surge can overwhelm the system, contributing to insulin resistance over time. This makes it harder for your muscles to efficiently absorb and utilize glucose, potentially leading to impaired function and slower recovery in your legs after activity. Beyond muscle stress, these blood sugar spikes also promote fat storage, particularly around the midsection, which, as we've discussed, puts added strain on your leg muscles. A 2019 study published in Frontiers in Endocrinology provided a direct link between high glycemic diets and physical function in older adults. It found that such diets were associated with reduced quadriceps strength and poorer balance. Given that bananas can contribute significantly to a high glycemic diet, their regular consumption, especially in ripe forms, could directly impact the strength and stability of your legs as you age. Furthermore, while bananas are known for potassium, they often lack other key muscle-supporting nutrients in sufficient quantities, such as magnesium or protein, which are crucial for muscle repair and growth. And speaking of potassium, while essential, excessive intake from very ripe bananas can sometimes be problematic if your kidneys are less efficient at processing it, which is a common occurrence after 45. In such cases, an overload of potassium could potentially contribute to muscle cramps or other issues. What to do? This doesn't mean you have to banish bananas forever, but moderation and smart choices are key. If you really enjoy bananas, opt for green or slightly unripe bananas. These contain more resistant starch, which behaves more like fiber in your body, leading to a much slower and more controlled rise in blood sugar. To further blunt any sugar spikes, always pair your banana with a source of protein and healthy fats, like a tablespoon of natural peanut butter or almond butter. This combination will help slow down digestion and provide a more sustained release of energy. Ultimately, consider bananas more as an occasional treat rather than an everyday fruit, especially if you are prioritizing leg strength and overall metabolic health after 45. Your next steps. These fruits might seem healthy, but for adults over 45, they can quietly weaken your legs by spiking blood sugar and inflammation. To stay strong, check your kitchen, ditch these fruits, and choose low-sugar, nutrient-dense options like berries or apples. Pair fruits with protein or healthy fats to keep your blood sugar steady. Want personalized tips? Share your favorite fruit in the comments, and we'll reply with advice to keep your legs strong. Subscribe and hit the bell for more science-backed health tips to stay active and independent.